Hey, hello, what's up everyone? In this video I'm going to teach you about moon in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart. So before beginning, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and click the like button, and if you have any doubt after watching this video, please to mention it in my below comment section, okay? So let's begin. So mainly, what do you mean by Navam's chart or the D9 chart? See, Navam's chart or the D9 chart is the second most important chart after your birth chart. It is mainly seen for your strengthness of your planet. It is also seen for your married life, how it will be, whether it will be very good or bad. It gets activated after your second half of your life or after your married life. That is after second half of your life means like after 33 years or 36 years of age. It is also seen for your relationship between you and your spouse, how it will be, whether it will be very good or bad. And it is also seen for your marital life. So these are all the things the Navam's chart or the D9 chart is mainly seen for. Now coming to the strengthness of your planet. Let's say for example if any planet is debilitated in your birth chart. Let's say for example if Sun is debilitated in your birth chart, and if that planet Sun is been exalted in your Navam's chart or the D9 chart, that means that that planet Sun has gained extra strength or extra power. Now after seeing the strengthness of your planet, you need to check how your marital life will be, whether it will be very good or bad. So for that, in order to check your marital life, you need to check the condition of the Karaka planet or the significant planet of the D9 chart or the Navam's chart. See, every individual divisional chart, including the main birth chart, has its own Karaka planet or the significant planet. So let's say for example in the birth chart itself, Sun is the Karaka planet or the significant planet. Okay, so if Sun is very well placed in your birth chart, that means that your life will be very good. Likewise in the Navam's chart or the D9 chart, the Karaka planet or the significant planet is Venus. So if Venus is very well placed in the Navam's chart or the D9 chart, that means that if Venus is in the exalted sign, Mool Trikon sign, own sign, or in the friendly sign, so that too in the Kendras or the Trikonas, it will give very good results, or even in the 2nd or in 11th house. So after seeing this condition, now come to the 4th house. Now what is 4th house of D9 Navam's chart? See, 4th house of D9 Navam's chart is mainly seen for your private environment after your married life, how it will be, whether it will be very good or bad, your private family. So after that your private communication between you and your spouse, private relationship between you and your spouse, how it will be, whether it will be very good or bad, and it also shows that whether you will get mental happiness from the marriage after your marriage, or through marriage you will get very mental happiness or you will get very peace. So these are all the things mainly the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart is mainly seen for. Now what happens when Moon is sitting in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart? Now what does Moon represents? Moon represents your mind, Moon represents your emotion, Moon represents your happiness, Moon represents, it's also your mother. So these are all the things are represented to planet Moon. Moon also represents, it's actually planet which represents caring, nourishment and all. Now what happens when Moon is sitting in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart? Now when Moon is sitting in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart, that represents after your married life you will surely get happiness, mental peace. You will also get happiness through mother after your married life. That means, your mother will also get happiness after your married life. And it also shows that through your spouse also you get very good happiness, and your communication with your spouse will be very good. It also shows that you want some securities after your married life, so that you will not be insecure. Now it also shows that you will be planning to buy some home or build home after your married life. Now it also shows that you are expecting the spouse to take care of you, to nourish you. So these are all the things you will be expecting when Moon is sitting in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart. Now what happens when Moon is conjuncted with different planets, with benefic planets and malefic planets in the 4th house? Now when Moon is conjuncted to benefic planets like Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, it gives very good results in the 4th house. Now what happens when Moon is conjuncted Venus in the 4th house? That represents after your married life you will get very good peace through your spouse, mental peace, mental happiness. You will get very good happiness through your spouse. And it also shows that your spouse can be very romantic, or you can be very romantic after your married life. That depends upon the zodiac signs. And it also shows that after your married life, you're gonna have a very beautiful home, very big home. Now, what happens when moon is conjuncted with planet Jupiter? It shows that your spouse will have a very good knowledge, very depth knowledge about some particular subject after married life. And it also shows that your spouse may be interested towards spiritual things. Through spiritual things only you will get happiness. It also shows that after your married life you will get very good name and fame also. It may be in terms of career or in your private environment. Many people will respect you in your home. Now, what happens when moon is conjuncted planet Mercury? That represents you may be starting your own business after your married life regarding to the 4th house, like property business, like real estate business and all. Now, what happens when moon is conjuncted with malefic planets? So, let's say for example, moon is conjuncted with sun. That represents there will be some disturbance while getting the happiness, permanent happiness, mental peace and all. When moon and sun are conjuncted towards each other, it shows that you want to dominate. You doesn't want to be get dominated by a spouse or anyone in your home, and you want to dominate in your home. Through that only you will get very good happiness. Now, what happens when moon is conjuncted with planet this one Saturn? That represents there will be some disturbed mental peace. You need to struggle in order to get mental peace or happiness. When moon and Saturn are conjuncted in any house, it shows the difficulty to regarding that particular house. So after your married life, your mother may be affected through the health problems and all. Now, see, actually I forgot to tell when moon and sun, actually I have done in the previous video, that is sun in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart also. In that also I have told the same thing. When sun and moon are conjuncted in the 4th house, same thing happens. You want to command in your house, so you don't want to get dominated in your house. So these are all the things it happens. Through that only you will get very good happiness. So likewise, even in the moon in the 4th house and sun in the 4th house, same thing happens. So I am just repeating it. So coming back again, when moon and Saturn are conjuncted, it will give very stress to your private environment and all, where you need to work hard, so that you will get very good happiness. Now, what happens when moon and Rahu are conjuncted in the 4th house? That represents you will get happiness when you drink alcohol, when you just when you smoke, because Rahu represents, so these are all the things Rahu represents: smoking, Rahu represents illusional things, Rahu represents drinking alcohol. So through that you will get happiness. Through thinking illusionary imagination and all, you will get very good happiness. But it will affect some health, it will give some health problems to you and your mother or to your spouse after the married life. Now, what happens when moon is conjuncted with Ketu in the 4th house? That represents after your married life, your mother may die or pass away, and it also shows that there may not be mother-in-law also after married life. And it also shows that through spiritual through attaining some spiritual things, or through doing some yoga, meditation, learning occult science, these are all the things if you do, you will get very good happiness when moon and Ketu are conjuncted in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart. So these are all the things that I mainly analyzed when moon is sitting in the 4th house of D9 Navam's chart. See, actually I saw some horoscope day before yesterday, I guess. So yeah, I mean not day before yesterday, I mean 1 week back, I guess. So some person actually had this placement, moon in the 4th house. I told him to do meditation and yoga when moon and Ketu are conjuncted in the 4th house. So he didn't have any mental happiness after the married life. So his life was actually disturbing some way or the other. His mental happiness, he was struggling to get mental happiness, peace and all. So I just told him to do actually yoga and meditation. So after some 2 days or 3 days, he actually called me back actually, and he told that something, it was very good for him. So actually he was getting some very good peace and all. So not full peace, but somewhat like for out of 100% he was getting like 5 to 10% peace, because only 2 days he did that. So I just told to do regularly yoga and meditation so that you will get mental peace when moon is sitting in the 4th house with any malefic planets. So do just yoga and meditation so that you will get very good results. So this is it for today, guys. If you want any consultancy, please to contact to my given below WhatsApp number, or you can even mail me also. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe below or else I'll see you in the next video. That is, I'm going to make a separate video on D60 chart or the Shashti chart in Vedic astrology. That is one of the most important divisional chart after your Navamsa chart and Dasamsa chart. So which shows your past life karmas and your present life also. So that's it. Thank you. Bye bye. Love you. Take care.